Okay. So calling in my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Archangel Michael, please protect me and help me become a clear channel for my collective. So we've got some sort of a computer hacker, anonymous computer hacker, yeah, who's like a secret enemy, yet they are madly in love. A computer hacker, someone who could be hacking into your computer, they are madly in love, yet they are a secret enemy. Yeah. And I was getting that they could be doing some sort of fake account and messaging from a fake account to intimidate, right? Acting scared after they kept trying to intimidate you. And they are checking to see who you're talking to. But again, like I say, these are collective readings and they're not going to resonate with everybody. And yeah, don't make it fit. Like if it's not for you, it's not for you. And if it does resonate, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel to get my new channel up and running. Okay. So this could be masculine or feminine. And this person we've got explore and car has travelled around the world a lot. So someone who's travelled a lot. Travelled around a lot. Maybe could be watching his Facebook. We've got Facebook. Maybe could be watching his social media on Facebook. And then trying to get on your Facebook under a fake name. Under a fake name to message you from. So there's doing some sort of fire magic and chaos spells. So this masculine or feminine is doing some sort of fire magic chaos spells. We've got cocktail. So masculine or feminine could have offered you out for a drink. He could have offered you out for a drink at some point. So could have been some dating there, or maybe masculine or feminine was trying to like court date. Skin type 2. Fair skin, blue eyes, burns easily, tans poorly. So if you could be a skin type 2, or this masculine feminine could be a skin type 2. Sending cars. So they may know where you live. So there could be like a secret enemy, getting people to be an enemy, to bring that conflict, and trying to send someone, like basically if they know where you live, trying to send someone to park outside of your home. Doing chaos spells and sex magic. Chaos spells and sex magic. Maybe there's wanting this to be suicidal. I was getting suicidal. They could be wanting you to be suicidal. Monitoring spirits. Could be trying to send monitoring spirits. Suicidal and dream magic. So they could be doing some sort of dream magic. So maybe you could see this masculine or feminine in like dream state. They could be doing moon magic, occultist. So maybe they've got a cult background. They could have been joined into a cult or studied a lot of occult practices. I just know how to do some sort of magic. So they've been doing some sort of chaos magic. Fake like messages, fake like emails, fake messages. So maybe trying to message from a fake account, a fake email account, a fake website. Jezebel spirit. So they have some sort of Jezebel spirit attached to them. They have a Jezebel spirit attached to a dark warlock. So this could be a masculine who's doing that, who's like a warlock. A warlock chill pill. Warlock occultist. Maybe trying to make out like you need some medication, or maybe this masculine could need medication. chill pill, Jezebel spirit. Some sort of Jezebel spirit. Struggling with the Jezebel spirit. Toxic. So that and Curvin. So linking to a warlock who's linking to a Curvin. Struggling with a Jezebel spirit, some sort of entity attachment. Using entities to control people. Sister. So either this masculine's got a sister and could be using his sister, or maybe this masculine could have connections with this feminine sister who is toxic. Toxic and sister. Something surrounding a toxic sister. So we've got some video sex tape. So you could have. Oh, and then we've got tacker. There's a sticker of a tacker. So you might have got his tacker. Alright, something to do with a tacker. And then sex video. So feminine could have shared a video of her tacker to this masculine. So he's got hold of this video of this tacker. He's got hold of video of a tacker. Alright. Yeah, there's something surrounding a tacker. And then obviously with this like sex video. How mad's that though? Like a sticker of a tacker just after sex video. So yes, could have got his tacker out. Beggar, you know, could have got your snips out. Could have got your boobs out. Could have got your tacker out to this guy. And then we've got linking to satanic rituals, and he could have performed some satanic rituals. Right. So he's like a dark warlock. He performs satanic rituals. He's like a secret enemy and been doing some sort of chaos conflict magic. Yet you've had some sort of sexual encounter with this masculine before, blocking intuition. So he's wanting to block that intuition. Wanted to block that intuition. Backpack. Maybe this masculine wears a backpack. Toxic. Got a lot of toxic attachments. Toxicity. This masculine could have tried to end feminine via spell work. So with this conflict magic, and then we've got suicide. Maybe he wanted to do some sort of a suicide spell. Linking to an occult. Wanting to stop or block justice. Maybe not necessarily in some sort of court case or court proceeding, but wanting to stop or block that intuition. Wanting to stop and block that, balance that peace, that harmony by doing some sort of chaos conflict spells under armour, but the one who they've done it on is under armour of God, is under the armour of God. Ghosted, so you could have ghosted. Nail biter could be significant. Spying. Phone hacker, account hacker. So it could be hacking phone account to see who you were speaking to. But so we've got serial cheater. But I've got this masculine is one of them where he's a serial cheater. You know, never really settles down with the feminine because he always cheats on his feminine. So it's like a bit of a serial cheater. Tell of your confidence, a spiritual bully. So spiritually been bullying this feminine, and spiritually this warlock has been spiritually bullying this feminine and doing black magic on this feminine, yet he's madly in love. Or maybe this feminine, maybe he's not madly in love. Maybe this feminine was like in love with him at one point. And then with this hot air balloon, maybe just felt like it was inflated ego. playing dumb, serial cheater, ghosted, psychopath, spiritual bully. Spiritual bully. So maybe, again, because this is collective reading and it's not going to resonate with everyone, maybe if you got your, like, sent some naked images, they could have been uploaded to a website. 80s has just come out. 80s. So maybe 80s could be significant. Darkness to light. Nike and then tick, right? So if you've messaged this masculine, or if this feminine messaged this masculine, he didn't read the messages. He'd have, like, the messages on, like, unread for ages is what I was getting. And it, maybe feminine could have spotted that. You know, could have spotted that he was online and these messages are, like, unread. So you could have ghosted this masculine and blocked this masculine on Facebook with this Nike and the tick, because maybe he was not reading these messages, but he was feeding off that energy and essence and acting like nothing's ever happened. Acting like nothing ever happened between you. Dark black magic practitioner, hoodoo, voodoo type of energy. So doing a lot of black magic. So you could do that on a lot of people. We've got 4 like masculine figures with hoods on. So I was getting that they wear hoods, they cloak themselves. They cloak themselves so people don't know it's them who's doing it. So maybe him and a couple of his friends like to remain anonymous warlocks who do some sort of magic. False gods, fallen angels. So it's like they either worship false gods, fallen angels, or they try to use false gods, fallen angels in spell work to do work for them. So like 400 figure sharks. Bait, so basically baiting. Maybe baiting people to become an enemy. Baiting. Shark, like predator, like online predator. So it could be like online stalking. Online predator. Something to do with this car. Wanting to remain anonymous. This hacker hacking, maybe not just hacking accounts, but maybe an energy hacker where they hack into that energy field and they harvest off that energy field. So energy harvesting, sex magic, doing sex magic. It's like a fatal attraction. So there could have been like love there at some point, but then maybe no love and then out of love. So there could have been love there, and you could have felt like you loved this masculine, or this masculine felt like he loved or maybe this masculine never really loved this feminine, and this feminine had a thing for this masculine and loved this masculine at some point, and then maybe messaging masculine, and then with this night tick what come out on some sort of social media, and then these messages was unread. So then ghosted and blocked, because there's some sort of ghosted and blocked. And then after this ghosting and blocked, sex magic, night like tick, where there's like messages what you sent and then he's not answered these messages. So then blocks this masculine to let him carry on. And then it's become like a secret enemies where he's wanted to bring that chaos and conflict. And checking who this feminine's talking to. Yeah. checking who she's talking to, but then not answering her messages, which is just backwards, a bit backwards. So maybe, I don't know, it's just a bit backwards. A bit backwards. So we've got 5 of Wands, and then the Star card, battling against the Star. Corruption and justice, maybe trying to take an opportunity, death, childish, death. Then we've got Palace of Coins and the Sun card in reverse. Bad investment. Wow, okay. So could have persistently tried to bring death. Could have persistently tried to bring death. Knight of Pentacles and the Sun card in reverse. The Death card came out previous. We've got Palace of Coins, which is like, so this masculine could have known where this feminine is. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Bad investment. 3 of Wands. And then we've got Temperance. He's getting at this house, this home is protected by angels. And he could have tried with this Death card to end feminine. Could have tried to end feminine. Then we've got the Page of Cups. Right. Okay. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Which in this image, the Page of Cups looks just like one of my baby girls. She looks just like one of my baby girls. So I love this card. Knight of Wands, so passionate. And then we've got 8 of Wands in reverse and 7 of Cups in reverse and the Death card. Trying to create some sort of illusions. Could have done death magic. Is this feminine or child? If this feminine has child or children, he could have actually done death magic on this children. And in this 7 of Cups, there's like a wizardy warlock, someone with like a grey beard, a hat. They could have done some sort of death magic. 8 of Swords in reverse. Maybe tried to create some sort of mental entrapment, or maybe tried to play on this feminine's vulnerability. Maybe he could have known that this feminine is on her own with child or children. Maybe didn't like that persistent working, that perseverance. Some sort of death. Or Scorpio, Page of Cups and Death card, Scorpio child. Could be a Scorpio child. And they could have done some sort of death magic. Some sort of death magic, and then something to do with 8 of Swords in reverse. Could have tried to do some sort of, then we've got Sun card in reverse. Could have tried to do some sort of magic to take feminine's children. Some sort of magic, dark magic, death magic and stuff, persistently. And then we've got the Sun card, what's come out in reverse, to take that ultimate happiness, to take the child or children. And then, yeah, we've got Palace of Coins, 7 of Coins in reverse and 3 of Wands. Wanted to take the fruits of her labour. Then we've got Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and then Ace of Cups in reverse, because there's no love there. Maybe this masculine light didn't really love this feminine. I mean, obviously, if he's doing death magic on his children, not just once, so he's getting at this is several times or more. He's launched a death spell on this feminine and his child or children. Tried to get some people from an account to bully. The secrets, the Moon card in reverse. Secrets being revealed that there was no love out of love. So maybe he wanted to take the fruits of her labour, which is child, and then try and get her with some sort of spell casting, locked up in prison. Okay. To take some sort of with this Page of Coins in reverse, and 8 of Wands in reverse, and Justice in reverse, and then 6 of Cups in reverse. Really childish, doing a lot of dark, like just sending a lot of dark and maybe dark messages. Then we've got Empress in reverse, to try and label this feminine as a bad mother, corruption, injustice, death of a star. Death of a star, dangerous. With this Page of Cups in reverse, and then 3 of Pentacles and 5 of Wands, dangerously battling and competing against this feminine, doing black magic. Nightmares, 9 of Cups in reverse. So could have had nightmares surrounding something with this children. Could have had nightmares, something surrounding this children. So defending. Could have been caught sneaking. Could be a Taurus. Could be a Taurus. 9 of Pentacles in reverse and then Death card in reverse. Who wanted to create some sort of burdens. Yeah, we've got 2 lots of Empress. So something to do with maybe 2 Taurus. Sagittarius. 2 Tauruses could be involved. A Leo could be involved. Scorpio involved in this connection. 2 Tauruses. Sagittarius. And they collaborated. So 3 of Pentacles collaborated to do some spell casting. This 3 of Pentacles is like a masculine now with a spell book and a jar. 2 of Swords to send evil eye. There could be an Emperor who's trying to block these attacks there. So there could be an Emperor who's trying to block these attacks. 10 of Cups and the Death card. And the Moon card in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. And then Palace of Coins. And the Sun card in reverse. There's something surrounding. Sending that spirit of death. A death hex or a death curse. Towards that home. Because there's no love there anymore and turned into secret enemies. There might have been some sort of love there from one end, maybe from feminine's end, but then turned into an enemy. Ace of Swords, that's the truth, yeah. Secrets revealed surrounding death on family. Death on that family home. Could be a linking to family as well. It could be linking to family. So maybe this masculine, who's kind of like, well, it's either masculine who's madly in love or feminine who was madly in love with this masculine. And then there's a lot of death spells and chicken. Nightmare. Truth, not wanting a passion at the beginning, just wanting to battle. And wanting to take some of the fruits of someone else's labour and hunt and wish ill will. So there's been a lot of hunting, there's been lying, there's been battling. They've been doing drama magic on these children. Little archangels. Page of Wands and Temperance. God's messenger. So they've been doing a battling against one of God's messengers. They've been battling against one of God's messengers to try and take control, and they've been sneak attacking one of God's messengers. They've been sneaking around one of God's messengers, the star. And we've got High Priestess, and then we've got Temperance. So they could have done. We've got 10 of Swords in reverse. And 9 of Cups, Nightmares, King of Wands in reverse. Here he is, this warlock, who's been battling against one of God's messengers. With a Taurus. 7 of Swords in reverse. Wanted to take that financial stability with that 9 of Pentacles. Death card in reverse. And 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Energy harvesting. Page of Cups off the children. Persistently with the Knight of Pentacles and been doing magic. So they've been energy harvesting and creating chaos. And then we've got Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. They was persistently, because there's no love there, wanting to take that happiness. 10 of Pentacles wanting that generational wealth for themselves. An Empress in reverse wanted generational wealth. Queen of Wands in reverse, there's some sort of dark witch. There's like witches and warlocks who was battling and competing in for a rude awakening. They're trying to take control of this feminine, shatter her dreams and goals, being really childish, thinking that this can take control of someone else's inheritance. They're trying to expand and find some sort of dark witches, some dark high priestesses. Four of Wands in reverse. Not wanting feminine to feel happy or safe in her own home. With the children, something surrounding a dark high priestess, or some feminine who's claiming to be a high priestess and going to a warlock. And it's so feminine who's trying to, with Empress in reverse, could be Taurus, who's claiming to be a high priestess, yet there's doing black magic on children. So this masculine could be linking to a feminine who's doing dark energy work, or this feminine could be linking to another feminine who's a Taurus, who's doing dark spell work and claiming to be a high priestess. Wow. Queen of Wands in reverse. So taking money, or trying to take someone else's financial stability for themselves, maybe trying to take someone else's business for themselves, Two of Swords, and block that 10 of Cups, that ultimate happiness, persistently. 8 of Wands in reverse, lying, not wanting anyone to collaborate to see this truth. There's been pulling some sort of messages off an account, maybe to see who this feminine is meeting up with, to see who this feminine is madly in love with and who she's giving her love to. So there could be an ex involved who's linking to some sort of family members, who's doing some online hacking and wanting to know when who this feminine is meeting up with. 3 of Pentacles, who's she collaborating with, being really childish. And then 3 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords, and trying to block any romantic relationships. Trying to block that generational wealth, wanting to take them gifts. Queen of Wands in reverse, some sort of divine knowledge and divine wisdom, but she's not got faith. High Priestess. In upright, then we've got High Priestess, what's come out in reverse. There could be someone who's pretending to be a High Priestess and stealing from a High Priestess. So linking to occult aura curving, who's very childish. Could be in the public eye with this star. They could be in the public eye a lot. So someone from this cult or curving could be in the public eye a lot. Or some people, it's very dangerous cult or curving. They will take people's ideas, business opportunities persistently and just take control of the Chariot. 10 of Swords in reverse. Then they will do hexes and curses. They'll collaborate to do a lot of spell work. Death hex. Maybe try to send Grim Reaper. But defended 9 of Wands and Temperance by Archangel. So we've got 10 of Swords in reverse. All them hexes and curses have gone back. They've got no faith in the divine, so he's getting that working with witches and warlocks because they want to take someone else's spiritual gifts. So physical inheritance with this 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and spiritual inheritance as well. So this is how they work. They do everything they can to take their physical inheritance. Then they do everything they can to take their spiritual inheritance, and they kill them off. 10 of Pentacles, because they want that generational wealth for themselves. Then they spread nothing but bad news, and literally spread nothing but bad news. That's what they're passionate about, just battling and competing for no good reason. I mean, just because someone said, "I'll go battle and compete and start doing a shit ton of spell work on this person because was jealous of this person," don't mean to say these absolute cranks have to listen to them. Yeah, it's a source, that's the truth. Don't mean to say these absolute cranks have to listen to them. Maybe it's a nightmare. We've got 9 of Cups and then we've got Temperance and Star. Maybe they're having nightmares about this feminine. That she's an angel and she's a star. 7 of Swords in reverse, stop sneaking, strong death energy. Because they took the fruits of that labour and they don't want anyone to gain insight or look into that corruption and injustice. Justice in reverse and the moon card in reverse, and have that corruption and injustice exposed. Surrounding that 6 of Wands in reverse. Hunting, wishing ill will. I want to be childish enough. 3 of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Someone seduces someone with lies to bring that death, passionate about bringing death, but they can't end this person. It's not allowed. All that spell work, what they send out, always comes back. Skilled, victorious. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles is what they are wanting to take. Yeah, and energy harvesting. So let's click that out. Energy harvesting. So they could have already took 9 of Pentacles. And they want to take that 6 of Pentacles. And they're trying to take that Ace of Pentacles, but they've done it that much. It's like, look, we want to... It's a cult where they solely run on gang stalking. That's all they do is gang stalk all day, all night. Gang stalk all day, gang stalk all night. Take that physical inheritance, take that spiritual inheritance. Think that they're going to avoid judgment. They battle and compete. We've got some dark high priest. Battle and compete all day, all night. 3 of Cups in reverse. Start some malicious gossip. They've got the Tree of Life in reverse. And the King of Wands in reverse, because they've got nothing else better to do with their own life. They're just in this thing where, well, it's just like the rules of this, like Coven or this cult, where they all just get in on gang stalking, online bullying, from fake accounts, label that person as a bad person, do a shit ton of spell work, try and get that person locked up through spell work, do death spells, they'll protect the children. So child abduction, kidnap, they'll do anything. Spell work to protect the children. They'll do, like if they've got any, like if feminine's got any indecent images, they'll sell them indecent images to make money off them. They will try and take your physical inheritance. They will try and take your spiritual inheritance. When there's doing some downright low vibrational, sinister things, they actually think they've got lack of a defense. They've got lack of a defense. 4 of Cups and 9 of Wands, and then the Hanged Man in reverse and 5 of Wands. They chose to battle against the wrong person. They chose to battle against the wrong person. They're lacking defense in spirit. They've got no one to defend them in spirit realm, although they may have people to defend them in the physical. No one's defending them in spirit realm. 2 of Pentacles in reverse because they're very low vibrational and they wanted someone else's destiny. 9 of Wands and 10 of Swords and Karma. So these are like the karmics who's doing nothing but dark spell work, hexes and curses. They're thinking they can avoid judgment. They've already got a shit ton of bad karma. But they work with demons. They work 4 of Pentacles with demons. Yeah, they do demon magic. They do hex and curses, but again with that 10 of Swords in reverse, it's going back. Persistently they work with demons. So what they will do with this demon magic, they will conjure up demons, right? 34. Masculines or feminines, they might not actually know that they've got a demon riding out their back, right? They've just literally random bodies where they will conjure up demons to the bodies of these people, and then all of a sudden these people will not be themselves anymore. They will become possessed, right? And these random demons will try and take your inheritance, the fruits of your labour, and murder you. Yeah, Tree of Life in reverse. There's been a lot of pulling off that energy as well. A lot of pulling off that energy. Maybe they could be jealous of this, magic on the High Priestess. They've done it on a High Priestess. Four of Wands in reverse and a Magician card. Then we've got a Queen of Swords in reverse, who's wanting to maybe take themselves out because they've literally taken something, taken someone else's work, someone else's inheritance, and they're feeling really burdened. Six of Cups in reverse, childish. Very childish. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. To take someone else's money, what's not theirs, that's extremely childish. Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's extremely low vibrational, but they want to be seen as powerful and courageous, these karmic, occult, and covens. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, who think that they should be able to take someone else's independence, someone else's financial stability. Hanged Man and Star, they could be sacrificing. Five of Wands, they will compete, they will bring drama. King of Wands in reverse, this Warlock. Two of Pentacles in reverse, very, very low vibrational, very mean, very controlling, very possessive, very nasty, very malicious, very, very malicious, extremely malicious, working groups, in gangs, in this cult, in this coven. They just want to literally take any of your abundance and leave you with nothing. Yeah. Karmic X. Karmic X. Who wants to team up with a Jezebel? To take. Who wants to team up with a Jezebel? So they literally collaborated to try and take control of an Archangel and battle and competed against an Archangel to take control of an Archangel. They've got no faith in the divine, only that of a low vibration, which is weird. You know, working with karmics, Eight of Pentacles in this karma, then Ten of Swords in reverse. Let's go back, King of Wands, another King of Wands. Going back. All these hexes and curses are going back. Okay, so they could be watching messages. Yeah, with this Facebook hacker, they could be watching messages, and then what they are doing, maybe if feminine's messaging her child or children, they start doing black magic on that connection to make a child start battling and arguing with the mother. So this is a putrid group. This is a putrid group who does a lot of black magic. King of Swords in reverse, Tower in reverse, and then Six of Coins in reverse, and then the Wheel in reverse. So basically this King of Swords, who's getting in on doing this black magic, they wanted to make a change and just wanting someone else's gifts for themselves. So they're doing a lot of black magic. They've already got a lot of bad karma anyways, and then they just don't give a damn. They're like, I just want them spiritual gifts, and that's literally what this witchy warlock cult does. Yeah. Childish messages. So basically being really childish. There could have been some sort of phone calls again, stalking, collaborating to do spell work. Every single moon cycle, Ten of Swords in reverse. And all that just keeps going back. They're very, very codependent. All they give a damn about is taking other people's abundance instead of focusing on their own abundance and appreciating their own abundance. They always want to take everyone else's lives, the physical inheritance, the spiritual inheritance, the fruits of someone else's labour, like literally absolutely everything. The children, the homes, everything, absolutely everything. So this is like, yeah. And then we've got Hanged Man. They will sacrifice. Three of Swords in reverse. The Magician card in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. This King of Swords in reverse, strength, acts like he's really strong, but he's depressed as fuck. He's had too many years doing black magic, too many years manipulating people. He's depressed as fuck. So he wants everyone else to be just as depressed and miserable as him. He just expects everyone else to be just as low vibrational and depressed as him. Maybe too many years with that corruption and injustice. Maybe too many years of doing so many corrupt things has actually made him depressed, being very childish with the Queen of Wands, trying to do some sort of nightmare, shattering through dream state, trying to battle with someone via dream state. So they get some sort of bad messages and feel really, really burdened. They're working to bring burdens. It's just all about this Ten of Pentacles, what's not theirs. And doing black magic on an Archangel, well, it's not going to end well. Doing black magic, obviously, for one, it's bad. But if you start doing black magic on an Archangel and you think you're going to get away with it, you fought wrong. You fought wrong. It's been very, very dangerous what they've been doing. Dangerous spell work. But they was all about being childish. They was all about trying to change and make someone depressed instead of them being happy. Deliberately trying to make someone depressed. Backstabbing. And then the Death card. Ten of Swords and the Death card. Change. They wanted to bring death. Or they still do. They wanted to bring death. They're all obviously defending each other, which is what it is, you know, these cults, these covens, what have you, they seem to expand. They always seem to take people's work, collaborate to take people's work, to take people's profits, change shit up, then start malicious gossip about that person. So they're actually, maybe they're inspired by that person, and then they want to start malicious gossip. Checking who you talk to, acting scared after they kept trying to intimidate you, which is mad. Work in a group or a gang to try and intimidate, battling to bring death to an Archangel, using magic to try and take control of someone else's financial stability, using magic maybe to label feminine as she's not stable or something, but they're very codependent on each other. Yeah, they're lacking in their own life. They're lacking, and they're lacking protection of the angelic realm. They're lacking protection in spirit. They're lacking protection. They're very dysfunctional. They're very, very distorted family group. So they'll call themselves family. They could be related by blood, but they're very, very dysfunctional family. They're extremely dysfunctional. They're honestly, they just get more and more bizarre as time goes on. They get more and more mad. They get more and more bizarre. They get more and more like nutty. And over the years, that's it. You know, you could probably join into one of these cults or covens. I mean, don't do it because they're only going to ruin your life. But if you used to join in this cult or coven, you'd probably be like normalish. Yeah. And by the time they're finished with you, your head's gone. By the time they finish with you, your head's gone. You've lost your family. You've lost your friends. You've lost all your money. You know, you've lost yourself. And most probably lost your soul. And most probably lost your soul. Because that's what they are. They're dream snatchers. And then they all just sit there, the ones who's like above them with all the money. And the ones who's done most of the running around and most of the dirty work. He's skint as fuck. Feeding the ones above them constantly. Well, what they think is above them. What they think is above them. So in actual fact, they're just feeding the devil. You know, the devil's got enough things. He's got enough. He's got enough. He has. They're feeding the devil. They harvest energy and they feed that back to the devil with these entities and demonic attachment. They harvest that energy. It's a lot of energy harvesting, which is actually making me feel so tired with this reading. They're in for a rude awakening though. Something's going to change. Something's going to be changing. 5 of Wands and then Ace of Wands. So they're battling to see if this feminine's having a bit of sexy time. 9 of Wands, but there's all like players. some sort of bad messages. They're all like players. They're all after money. None of them are actually about love. There's just about the money. There's just about the money. And again, like the amount of spell work, the feminines are the same though. Queen of Swords in reverse. The masculines and the feminines are all about the money. They're all about sneaking around, stealing stuff, you know, backstabbing, hexing, cursing, death, like 45. It's one of the most pathetic cults or covens you could ever join into. Like, literally, it's one of the most pathetic cults and covens anyone could join into. Yeah. One of the most pathetic cults and covens. So moral of the story is, don't join one of these cults or covens. Because you'll leave them and you'll have nothing. You'll have absolutely nothing. They'll give you all these promises that you can have this, you can have that, you can have that. That's the devil, that is. That's the devil, that is. You know? And then trying to work in intimidation in these groups and stuff like that. Well, that's just a Punani's job. Out for blood. Out for blood. Yeah. They never do anything good in these groups, though. You know, there's groups of people where they'll get together and they'll do good things and stuff like that, you know. So there is, like, good groups, what have you. But this ain't. There's like, not one good thing. You could say, black van parked up abduction, so they could even do a kidnapping type of stuff. Anything to make money. Yeah, and they just travel around. Anything to make money, which is disgusting. So there could be linking to child abduction and snatching children in like black vans or black cars, which is just gross. So basically, yeah, don't join any of these cults or covens because they're putrid. You'll have nothing. You'll get promises of getting this, you'll get promises of doing that. They'll get you to do some evil deeds, some sick stuff, and that'll never pay off. Because the liars, obviously, I mean, if they're working with the devil lies. So they get seduced with lies. So I'm going to leave that there because literally even tapping into this energy is making me really tired. Because there's a lot of exhaustion, which is what they do with their spell work and performing these rituals, is they will exhaust their enemies. They will exhaust them and they will work on them persistently around the clock with these satanic rituals. They'll do it for weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. And then when they think that their victims are weak, then they go in for a sacrifice. And they will sacrifice that person and the child or children to get their physical gifts and their spiritual gifts. And they deal with cash bonuses. So basically they're like, oh, well, if you do this, we'll give you a cash bonus. But they'll probably never even receive that cash bonus because that's the devil and the lies. Yeah? That's the devil and the father of lies. Although the devil never actually came out in my cards. I don't think it actually came out. But maybe it didn't come out because maybe they're starting to see that the devil is a liar and the devil never gives you what he says he's going to give you. And these witches, these dark witches and these dark warlocks only use other people to serve them and their dark agenda. And these dark witches and warlocks only use other people to do their dirty work. And these dark witches and warlocks are never going to be happy. They can have their own job, you know. All right looking missus or fella, and they're always going to be miserable because they've got a really bad chemical imbalance and they've got greed. And then there's got obviously entity attachment, Jezebel spirits, entity, like, yeah, demonic attachments, and then working with dark spell work is only going to make them even more worse. And then trying to do that on their enemies, their victims, the ones who they view as competition. They want to bring that conflict and stuff like that, but they have to do it in groups because, well, on their own, they're weak. On their own, they're weak. That's why they think, oh, if I join one of these cults or covens, I'm going to become strong. And they're not. They're not. They're actually not. They're actually really, really stupid. They're actually really, really weak. And basically what is strong is leaving these cults or covens and freeing yourself from these chains. Yeah, we've got imprisonment in reverse. Freeing yourself from these chains, from these shackles, and from the entrapment. Yeah, and then courting in reverse, and be careful who you're courting and dating, because they'll have their own attachments in their energy field, and you're just going to be passing them entities on and attachments on to each other and having their energy in your energy field, and then you'll be carrying on like their karma, their energy field, and yeah. So I'm hoping that really might have helped someone. Sending peace, love, and light.